Billy Jack. Billy Jack is a much maligned film. The pacifists resent its violence, and the militarists its flowered childishness. The studios scorn its amateurism, while the artsy envy its success. It is one of the most seen films of all time, but those seeing it try to insulate themselves from it by reference to Sontag's notes on camp. Not I. I love Billy Jack. I think it is a great work of art. It is, however, a work which concerns itself with balls. And this is one reason why it has been sneered at, along with Hemingway, Bukowski, and D.H. Lawrence, in the herb gardens of academe. Take, for instance, the scene in which the sexually twisted son of a rich and powerful exploiter accosts pretty Cindy outside the segregated ice cream store. "What's your name?" Bernard asks. "Up," she says. "Up," he laughs. "That's an odd name. What's your last name?" "Yours," she says. "Up yours." So Bernard goes inside to terrorize the kids from the reservation and their counselors. To quote, "make the non-whites white," Bernard pours flour over the head and down the face of a little Indian girl. Then he beats up the young, physically frail, artistically sensitive boy who tries to intervene on behalf of the flower girl. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernard has just sinned egregiously against the gods, and the sin he has committed is known as hubris. And what the hubristic and civilization-sick Bernard has not perceived is that Billy Jack has just pulled up in his Jeep across the street and is on his way in his never swaggering but always direct manner towards the ice cream parlor. Now, in the words of the script, Billy looks around him. What he sees makes him angry. He sighs and looks out the window, trying to gain control. "Bernard, oh, I want you to know that I try. When Jeannie and the kids at the school tell me that I'm supposed to control my violent temper and be passive and non-violent like they are, I try. I really try. But when I see this girl of such a beautiful spirit so degraded, and I see this boy that I love sprawled out by this big ape here, and this little girl who is so special to us that we call her God's little gift of sunshine, and I think of the number of years she's going to have to carry in her memory the savagery of this idiotic moment of yours, I just go berserk." And we try to forget that. Jeannie will later be raped by Bernard, and that Billy Jack will avenge the rape of this woman, of his woman, of any woman, with the killing of Bernard. We laugh as self-assuredly as possible, because we are in fact all too unsure that we could ever prevent or avenge the rape of a woman, or maybe even the rape of ourselves. We will retreat into our anxiety-blunting dogmas of the search for beauty and peace, and that everything will be okay after the withering of the patriarch. We will congratulate ourselves on an act of the utmost bravery and rationality when we cast our vote against handguns, even as we urge our girlfriends or boyfriends to take karate, which is apt to prove useless unless you are Billy Jack, or to get certified for mace. And we will gather at poetry readings to pat each other's backs that we have taken a mighty step to combat the evil that is loose in the world by reading to each other and ourselves about the exploitation of the weak by the powerful.